Dawn McKeach is getting ready to get back in her kindergarten classroom at Timber Trace Elementary School at the beginning of next month.
It's not the easiest job in the world, but I have to say it's the best job, but we always want to look out for each other.
In between her prep recently, she saw a post on Facebook.
It said, please help, I need some extra leave time because I need to go into chemotherapy.
I never really knew how blessed I was.
Robert Goodman posted the selfie, cap on head, chemotherapy port, and chest. He too is due back in the classroom at Palm Beach Gardens High School in early August, but he needs more sick time to recover from colon cancer, so he asked for it.
I feel guilty just being here, being interviewed, because I know people that have it so much worse than me, but it's really not about me at this point. It's about the caring of all these people that are trying to help me right now.
Dozens of colleagues stepped up, including Dawn, who doesn't know Robert.
I shared it, and I'm also donating a day too because, if I can help someone get extra help with their health, I would love to.
3 years ago, a week into school, Dawn's kidneys failed. She was out 45 days. The teaching community then, too, stepped up.
We're like a family. Especially, from school to school, you're a family, but we all have to look out for each other.
They helped with medical bills and helped take care of her kids, like cooking meals for them when she couldn't.
I think that's something that all of us as human beings have in us, but I know definitely that teachers are always giving all the time, and then when one of their own needed help, they stepped up.
Robert teaches history, so he knows the human condition well. This is a lesson in empathy. In Palm Beach Gardens, Andrew Lofholm, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Robert Goodman and Dawn McKeach just met. They have a lot in common. They're both teachers and work in Palm Beach Gardens. They've also both been sick on the job. They're now forever connected.
There's this whole big family that we don't even know that we have, and I know for sure that we really have it.
The final numbers aren't in yet, but Dawn is one of dozens of teachers and other district workers who donated their sick time to Robert.
I know that they probably needed a new fax machine.
Dawn's donation comes full circle. 3 years ago, a week into school, her kidneys failed, and her peers stepped up with care and compassion when she was out of work.
There is good in the world, and I've also learned that life is short. You never know what's going to happen, and I've learned to live life to its fullest.
Robert begrudgingly posted on Facebook Monday asking for help.
Doing chemo and wearing my pump on me several times a day during that treatment, I thought, how am I going to do this?
By Thursday, he learned there were enough sick days donated that he would have enough sick time to heal without worry.
When you help someone and you give something to someone, and it's just that one-on-one, that's always very special. But when there's a deluge of help in 4 days, it changes you. It's
Robert's mission now to thank everyone. As he says, there's a new ingredient added to the recipe of who he is.
I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
Only on 5 tonight, a local teacher who is now cancer-free and has already asked for donated sick time is asking again tonight after suffering a major setback. As Andrew Lofholm reports, Robert Goodman was due back in the classroom in just a month, in January, but he won't be back anytime soon.
Excited to say that I'm cancer-free at this moment.
That was November 9th. Robert Goodman, a teacher at Palm Beach Gardens High School, had beaten colon cancer.
Live each moment to its fullest.
He had asked over the summer for extra sick time from fellow teachers because he didn't have enough paid sick days of his own to get through chemotherapy. Those teachers, like Dawn McKeach, came through.
I've learned to live life to its fullest.
Now Goodman hopes they can come through again.
The artery just closed and stayed closed. It's the Widowmaker artery.
Saturday, Goodman suffered a heart attack while celebrating his health with his wife and friends at a production of Kansas in Fort Lauderdale.
When I'm finally really, really strong, and my heart is strong, and my body's strong, I'll be able to give those kids so much. And I look forward to that. But I can't do it like this, because I might not make it.
He has enough sick time to get him through January, but his recovery, at the very least, will last until summer. He's hoping for more love from his fellow teachers.
Enjoy your holiday. Look across that table at your family members, at your friends.
And offers a message for all of us this holiday season.
Just tell them you love them. It's amazing what happens when you do that.
In West Palm Beach, Andrew Lofholm, WPTV, News Channel 5.
Only on 5, a Palm Beach Gardens teacher and his personal fight really rallied a community. We remember this. We covered it very well here. Robert Goodman battled back from cancer and a heart attack as well. Now he is headed back to class.
An inspiring story to say the least. And WPTV News Channel 5's Andrew Lofholm, the first reporter to tell Robert's story. He's live at Palm Beach Gardens High with the exclusive update.
On Monday, Robert Goodman will be back in his classroom, room 4308. Now, Monday's a teacher work day, but Tuesday, the kids are back. Music, as Robert Goodman would say, is how he communes with the universe. Spiritualness helped guide him through a cancer battle, a heart attack, and love.
I learned a great lesson that, you should never be afraid to ask for help. Help is that other component of love.
Fellow teachers like Dawn McKeach didn't even know Robert before he asked for donated sick time. She donated twice.
Well, you just learn how much teachers work together and how we have to help each other out.
Without the help that I received, I would have lost everything I've ever worked for my entire life.
Robert's last day in the classroom was April 17th last year. He had enough sick days donated to him to get him to a place physically where he can return. Life in that time sped up, but also slowed down. Closer to death than he's ever been, Robert focused on making each day meaningful.
We only live now. This is our moment.
While nervous to get back into the classroom, he realizes his students never really stopped learning from him.
Now, the kids are like trees without fruit, and we may never see the fruit that bears from these children. But I know through this experience about how many have reached out to me that there's a lot of fruit out there that's doing some good things.
Now, you might have noticed that Robert was wearing a blue coat during our interview. That's for Colon Cancer Awareness Month. March, after all, is the month for that. He also wants to remind men to get colonoscopies. Now, in return to the classroom, he's also going to ramp up his music, and he's also going to continue his push for universal health care. We're live in Palm Beach Gardens. Andrew Lofholm, WPTV News Channel 5.
Give me a hug.
It's the same hallways, the same room, but everything's changed. It's basically the first day of school. Robert Goodman and these sophomores have never met. He's taught at Palm Beach Gardens High School 24 years.
I'm not a sub. I'm the teacher that you were supposed to have from the beginning of the year. But you know that I had a huge journey for 11 months.
For the world history teacher, perspective is everything.
I'm surprised I'm here right now.
First, he was diagnosed with colon cancer. Soon after, his coworkers stepped up big time.
The teachers in the district, they donated an entire semester for me to stay home and heal in peace and quiet.
Then the heart attack and even more sick days were donated.
I was minutes away from dying, literally. I said goodbye to my wife.
Now, the first lesson back in the classroom, one he's never taught, but lived.
Or whatever you do in your life and wherever you go, remember, we're all sharing our lives together. It's not just you and it's not just me, because that's what life is. If you were just born to be alone, there'd be no point.
His old students reminded him of that in between classes.
My heart was just overwhelmed at the time. Like holding the tears back. It felt like a blessing, because I know they love me.
There's about 10 weeks left in this semester where Robert will be leading his world history class. Now, cancer-wise, for him to be considered a survivor, he has to be free of cancer for 5 years. In Palm Beach Gardens, Andrew Lofholm, WPTV News Channel 5.